Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Becca Marino. Today I'm going to break some myths and illusions about anxiety and stress. We live in a world where our sole focus goes to why, what and where is the anxiety and stress coming from? What's causing it? Why are we feeling it? And we focus on changing the outside world, the things outside there, like relationships, jobs, people, circumstances. We really focus on things outside of us and we put the blame outside of us and say, those things are causing my stress and anxiety. And we say things like, if only I had a better job, if only my child listened to me, if only my partner done XYZ, if only fill in the blank, then I wouldn't feel stressed, then I wouldn't feel anxious. And even when those things change, even when we get our own way in a sense, and we notice changes in the world, like our partners start doing the things we want them to do, our children start listening to us, we change our jobs, we move house, we go to another place, it feels like suddenly now our anxiety and stress have been relieved because those outside circumstances, people and places have changed. But that's not sustainable, because what you might have found, and what I certainly found from my experience, is when it feels like I've got everything covered, shit hits the fan and we crumble. As you know, as a human, we crumble because changing the things outside of us are not sustainable. Blaming our anxiety and stress on the things outside of us is also not true. That's not where our anxiety and stress are coming from. And this is why it's not sustainable. This is why. It's because the solution doesn't lie in the details out there. The solutions come from within, because the stress and anxiety are coming from within. Now, I don't mean that in the sense that it's your fault, that it's because of you that you're stressed and anxious, because that will just cause more stress and anxiety and probably a lot of guilt and judgment. So that's not where I'm going to at all. Everything I talk about is coming from a space of self-love and self-guidance and gentleness and playfulness. So when I say the stress and anxiety is coming from inside, what I mean is that we are feeling our thinking in the moment, and thinking passes of its own accord. And so when we are feeling stressed and anxious, when we are feeling those emotions, it looks very, very compelling that it's coming from those outside circumstances. But what's really happening is we are feeling our thinking in the moment. We are feeling that state of consciousness. And at our core, our true nature, the true nature of who we are from when we were born to when we die, long after we die, we are peace, love, and wisdom, and the power to create the illusion that we are not. So when we're feeling anxious and stressed, it's telling us one thing and one thing only. We have moved away from the truth of who we are: love, peace, and wisdom. No matter how compelling it seems, those feelings are never telling you that your children, partner, job, friend, the weather, or anything else for that matter needs to change or be different in order for you to be okay, in order for you to not feel stressed or anxious. It's always an indicator of whether you are believing the truth, the love, peace, and wisdom of who you are, or the lie, the illusion, the lack and limitation that you are not this all creating power, the power of the universe, the love, peace, and wisdom power. And when we believe into that lie and we believe into the illusion of lack and limitation, that's when we really, really suffer. So it is just gently turning back to the truth of who you are. Whenever you have those anxious thoughts, stressed out feelings, remember that it is coming from your thinking. It is never, ever coming from the outside world, no matter how compelling it looks. And believe me, I know from experience that it really looks like my children are annoying and they're frustrating, or other people are just really, really annoying. But that's probably an audio or video for another day, other people. But all of these feelings that come up, the anxiety, the stress, it's just an indicator, like a signal in a car when your petrol is running low. It's telling you your petrol's running low, so you need to go and refill your petrol. When you're feeling stressed and anxious, it's an indicator that you have moved away from the truth of who you are. And the truth of who you are is love, peace, and wisdom. And I know the picture on here says how to overcome anxiety, and that's another thing I wanted to talk about today. In today's world, mainstream therapy, we talk about how to fix people and how to overcome these stressful moments and anxious moments in our lives, and how to not have them and completely get rid of them. Now, that's a complete myth, because as a human being, we cannot get rid of some things and keep others. As a human being, as a creative being, that is who we are, our true nature, we have everything to we have all the power in us to be calm and peaceful and tranquil. And because we have the power in us to be calm and peace and tranquil, we also have the power and ability to be stressed, anxious, and overwhelmed. So we cannot have one without the other. That's not to say that you cannot live a 100% calm, happy, and peaceful life, because you absolutely can. I am living it, I am living proof. That's also not to say that I don't get angry sometimes, or frustrated sometimes, or anxious sometimes, or stressed sometimes. It happens. I am human. But the difference here, when I get anxious or stressed these days, is I know it is an illusion. I know I have fallen into the trap of believing the lie, believing my thoughts, and I know that everything that's happening in that moment isn't to be trusted, and that eventually I can turn myself back to the truth of my human nature, my spiritual nature, and I come back to that truth, and it resettles me back to who I am, because we can't help but be love, peace, and wisdom, because that's who we are at our core. So I hope there was something helpful in today's video, and please stay tuned, because I will be uploading new audios or new videos at least once a week, maybe more, but my promise to you is at least once a week for the foreseeable future. I also have an amazing Soul School starting in September. I will put the link to what is Soul School video in the description below, so please check that out. And I'll also put my free webinar link on Eventbrite and my Facebook page, so please check out all my social media pages. I am up to loads of things in my Facebook group. I am live every Thursday at 2 p.m. and I hope to see you somewhere soon. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I hope there was something helpful in this video. And please subscribe to my channel, click the like button, and comment below if you have any questions or anything that you're not too sure about. All the best.